Hey guys, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm going to be giving you time management tips for high schoolers. So one of the most common complaints I hear amongst my high school friend group is that they don't know how to properly manage their time, and they're always stressed out because they don't feel like they have enough time to do everything that they need to do, want to do, or feel like they should do. So let's go ahead and jump on in. So if I'm looking down a lot in this video, I have my notebook on the floor with all the points I want to make sure that I hit. So the first sort of category that I'm going to be talking about is how to prioritize. So prioritizing is something that is key for time management, but a lot of people don't know how to properly do it. So here are my steps to properly prioritize. First, you want to make a list of everything that you have going on in your life, consisting of things you need to do and want to do. So for example, I would have school, my school clubs, dance, any sports, so swim team, and then YouTube, working out, work. Those would be some things that would go on my list. Other things you might want to include is if you're very active in a church group or any organizations outside of school, those could count as well. Once you have your list of everything that you have going on, you want to think about what is the most important that you focus on. So for a lot of people, I would say this is going to be school, because if you think about it, school sets up your college and college sets up your future. So I would recommend that most people say that school is your #1 priority. But let's say you've already graduated school, then it could be work, or maybe it's family, like family events or something. Or maybe you are in school, but you're a super good athlete and you have a chance at a lot of athletic-based scholarships, then sports might be your #1 priority. But it's all based off what you think is most important, and you keep going down the list. So after school, I would say probably any school-related functions like Beta Club, National Honor Society. Those would be next for me personally. But again, it could be different from person to person. This will probably be the step that's the hardest and most vague, because there's not a set list of this is most important in everyone's life sort of thing. So after you have that done, pretty much the hard part is over. I would recommend everyone use a planner of some sort. This could be a traditional planner you buy at Walmart, or a bullet journal where you make your own planning style, to-do lists, anything that helps you stay best organized. And then every day I would recommend writing down things that you know you need to do for that day, or maybe some things you have coming up in the next week, month, day, year, just any important events you know you need to write down. I would recommend doing this every morning or night. I prefer to do this at night so I can sort of visually see I've done everything I need to for today, and here's what I have to do tomorrow. Then after you have it written down, I would recommend completing the tasks in order of importance. So any school-related tasks for me, I would do first, then any school clubs, I would do second, and so on until everything is completed. However, there could be a few exceptions in this. For an example, I have dance directly after school, so the dance would be completed before schoolwork. But I know in my head that I have time to do all of that, and obviously if there wasn't, then I would need to make arrangements to either accept getting a lower grade on an assignment or missing a week of dance, which is not good, but it's whatever you personally see is best. So a lot of people do all these steps, but they still find themselves crunched for time, and they wonder why. I would say this would be a result of one of two things. First being procrastination, which is what we're going to talk about next. So another issue among my peers is they have the tendency to procrastinate. Now, I don't really know of any way to completely cure procrastination, but I do have a few tips to motivate you to not procrastinate. First, my personal one that I use is the stress involvement. If you know your homework is going to take you 3 hours and you do it right after school, then you're not going to feel stressed or panicked when you're doing things for the other 3 hours before you go to bed. Whereas if you flip it and you watch TV for 3 hours, you're probably not going to enjoy those 3 hours of TV, because you're going to be like, I still have 3 hours of AP Earth notes to take. Whereas if you did the AP Earth notes first, you could watch your TV, completely relax, and truly enjoy it. The second idea is that if that's not a big enough motivator for you, you could reward yourself for doing your homework first. So let's say you do your homework first and you reward yourself by having ice cream for snack instead of that nasty organic trail mix or something. I don't know. And if the reward system isn't working for you, you could always get someone to check up on your progress, a friend or a parent, and that could motivate you to be like, okay, they're gonna check on me at 5 o'clock, I better have something done than besides binge watching the entire new series of 13 Reasons Why. The second reason that you may still be feeling like you're not good at time management even after doing the first few steps is because you are doing too much. So I know it's very hard for a lot of people who have time management problems to admit that maybe they're trying to cram too much into their schedule, but it would be better for you to cut out 1 or 2 things and fully dedicate yourself to the rest of the items on your list than have those other 2 things in there and you just be spread too thin to really commit or do much with any of the activities because you're not getting anything out of it. And I know that's very hard to admit, especially to people in high school who really want to like boost their college applications or something like that. But in the end, the colleges would rather see you be super involved in 4 clubs instead of not really ever doing anything in the 10 that you're in. And finally, I would ask other people what their tips are on how they stay on top of their time management, don't procrastinate, and things like that. So if you have any time management tips, please leave them down in the comments below. I will be responding to all of you guys that leave one because I think this is very important for people in high school. Share this with some friends if you think they need to hear it. And be sure to give the video a thumbs up while you're down there and subscribe and turn on the bell so that way you can be part of the hashtag M&M Squad and you'll be notified every single time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!